All right, what we talking about today? We got 3 main topics. What we talking about? Let's go with something serious first.
Man.
You got something, P?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Okay. This is not nowhere yet, but it is in Florida. And it's a thing called DEI. It's diversity, it's equity, and equality. I mean inclusion. Not equity, inclusion. Yeah.
DEI.
I worded that wrong. But anyway, long story short, in all 28 public funded schools, state funded schools.
Like colleges and universities,
now,
right?
Yes, colleges, universities. They've now taken out the abilities for these students to basically learn about African American history and learn about slavery and things like that. Basically trying to whitewash history. That's to sum it up in a sense. And they took away psychology classes and replaced them with American history in their form of American history without including their wrongs or things that they've done. Like basically, like I said, trying to whitewash history. And it's small time right now, but who's to say that this won't get adapted in other schools and other states and stuff that are very conservative won't start doing that? Because Texas already tried. Texas literally tried to rewrite the school system for their state alone. Like they wanted to take out anything that showed oppression, that showed slavery, and they want to whitewash thing. And my thing is, at this point in America, like, how in the world can you say, oh, America's not a racist country, America's not this? And no, it's not everybody, but this country was literally founded on racism, and they show it and throw it in our faces every day. And I just don't understand, like, what is the purpose? Because is it like to make yourself feel better, or is it, I really don't understand, like, why would you want to take that out? Because it is an important history. Like, our history is American history. Like, we founded this country. We were here first. Like, it's not a secret. It's just do your research. You can't discover something where people are already at. So why do y'all continue to like whitewash history and then say, oh, it's not a racist country, but every time, every chance y'all get, y'all show us that it is a racist country?
Now, when you say we founded this country, we were here first, elaborate more on that.
Okay. If you have native people here,
right,
and you have people here, and you have historians that have documented and said the people that they saw when they got off those ships were the same exact people that they seen in West Africa and this part of Africa and so on and so forth, what does that tell you? I tell you they was already here, right? Okay, if it more, I don't know if you ever paid attention to a picture of like Christopher Columbus. You always see a man with a turban looking thing on his head, black man. He was a Moor. He was the one that was helping Christopher Columbus navigate and actually navigate the seas and find his way to the new land, because we had already been here and set up commerce.
We're going to have a segment, I think, one day called Politics with P.
So
we talk about all this type of stuff.
Politics with P, I like it.
But I really just don't get it, bro, because it's like I said, with this being done, it's like, okay, what's next? Just like the Texas versus Biden thing. Like, it's really about to be a mini civil war, and nobody's paying attention to it because of immigration laws. So now you have all these super conservative states coming and back in Texas because they put up barbed wire and fencing and things like that to keep immigrants out, which you can be on either side of that you want, because you can say they're destroying the infrastructure of this country, but how can they be destroying the infrastructure of the country when they're literally the ones building the infrastructure of the country?
Let me ask you this, P. From what I understand with this DEI situation, right, they're no longer allowing state funds to fund these diversity programs and classes and things of that nature.
And that doesn't apply just to like us. That applies to brown, which
all type of diversity.
Diversity, like the Holocaust stuff with, you know, the Jews and the Germans and all of that, and then even with the oppression stuff, because Asians was in the internment camps and all of that stuff.
That's what I was getting to. So basically, it's not just us. It's not just a black thing.
Yeah, it's not.
It's all diversity, like all types of diversity.
Yeah.
And because the funds, the state funds, cannot be used to fund these classes at these universities and these colleges, like they basically can't have this type of support when they go to these schools,
right,
and learn about this type of thing,
right,
or these type of diverse
altered history of whatever they want to teach you, like far as whatever curriculum they're replacing it with. Because like I said, they took sociology and these things out of the school for their school system for Florida.
Yeah,
it's not everywhere yet, but it can trickle down. It's just like
also it's out the
else.
school system too.
Yeah, as far as colleges, that's what I'm saying. Like, the
Oh, so
college
let me
school
ask you this
system.
then, because I'm learning as much as I'm listening, like
Yeah.
as much as I'm informing more. I'm learning more than I'm informing.
Yeah.
So if this is for kids who are in college already, didn't they already learn a certain amount about this coming up, through grade school or whatever? Like, so, like, what's
I
the
would-
major impact?
I would say yes, but no, because even when we went to school, you learn Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, learning slavery, but that's the bare minimum. Like,
So,
what I didn't really learn, I say I really learned our history when I started researching it myself and when I went to college. College really put me on Black history and like our trials and tribulations in America. I learned about buck breaking. I learned about all these different systems and things that was in place.
Was it at Shaw?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Shaw Bears.
Yeah, Shaw Bears.
Yeah.
And UNC Charlotte.
And
UNC
Charlotte.
Charlotte has a good program as well.
Yeah.
So I learned more about our history. Like I said, we learned the bare minimum, like the Harriet Tubmans and stuff like that. Black history is way more than that. Like,
But it also,
our history is way more than that. As far as what we did and what we established and things we invented, like it's way deeper than what you think. Even every year now, it's Black History Month. Shout out Black History Month. It's February. Like,
but it's also seems
we still learn and get passed down the bare minimum.
It seems
and
like
now, with that being done, especially in a state like Florida, we all know Florida's going to Florida. Like, Florida is very Black, but it's also very conservative on the other end. Like, let's be honest here.
Yep.
So, I mean, just like Gastonia, just like North Carolina, like, it is what it is. Hell, even Hickory, areas we from. So, it's the same thing, but growing up, we really only learn the bare minimum of our history, bro. Like, we just give us what they spoon feed us.
So it seems like this also would affect, though, programs, diversity type programs at these state-funded schools, colleges, universities,
That's exactly
or whatever.
That's exactly what it's
so like
affecting.
they can't have these programs that are inclusive for these brown and Black and other races and cultures at these schools for them to feel like included.
Yeah.
Or it's not inclusive as far as them having a group that they can relate to and be with and freely express who they are at these schools. So it impacts that as well. Not just the learning aspect of it, but the way they can express their culture with these state-funded groups that were a part of these college, universities, and schools and whatnot. Like if we was at UNC Charlotte. But
Right.
UNC Charlotte, like when you were at UNC Charlotte, you remember the BSU, the Black Student Union.
Yeah.
So I guess that's something that wouldn't be allowed
That wouldn't be a funded program. It
Yeah.
could be funded, but it would have to be somebody privately funding the program
Right.
to keep it up.
Right, and I know I was a
Which
part
we
of
all know how that goes.
I know I was a part of the Black Student Union, and they were a very beneficial group.
Right.
When I was at UNC
Okay, but
Charlotte.
even that, take that experience. Like, imagine if they didn't have that at UNC Charlotte. Because, I mean, let's be honest. When you go to UNC Charlotte, especially, bro, it's a very small population of us. We all know each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, when I was at school, I swear it felt like all the Black students and stuff knew each other because it was only a handful of us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Compared to the entire campus.
Compared
So,
to the entire campus, correct.
the fact that you still have to do stuff like what they do in Florida, or you still have to have Title IXs, or you still have to have these pieces of paper in general that gives us certain things. Like, I say to people all the time, even when it comes to just America, bro, we don't have rights. We have liberties granted to us through pieces of paper. They still have to write in the fact that we can vote every 8 years. The president has to sign off on that. That's still a thing.
Wow.
Like, so everything that we have is granted to us by pieces of paper that they can really do away with and rip up. And then they've been manipulating the Constitution for so long, it's like that really don't even matter.
And what this really affects too
Go ahead.
is that this could just be the tip of the iceberg.
That's what I'm saying. This is the start of
if
it.
this is the start of it, then where does it lead to? Like, where does it end
Or
at?
does it have to lead
Where's
to
the
something?
line? Where's the line being drawn?
Is there any way we can stop the progression?
So, and
How
the
do we
question,
stop the progression?
But here's the thing, though.
is, with America, there's nobody like us at the top. And the ones that are like us, we can't relate to them. Like a Clarence Thomas that's on the Supreme Court justice, that man, I'm sorry, he might as well be like white, like, or anything.
So
black.
if this is just the tip of the iceberg, where does that leave future generations? Like we got kids that was born in 2023. Like, what is it going to look like by the time they get up to the school system level? By the time they get up to middle school, high school, college?
Yeah.
Like, if this is the tip of the iceberg, You know, the onus really is going to fall on us as far as being able to teach them their history and create environments to where they feel inclusive and included and are able to freely express who they are.
Right.
You know, so when, like you said earlier, Black history is American history.
Yeah.
You know, and all the other type of non-white races and cultures, you know, they have their place in American history as well.
Yeah.
You know, so American history isn't just, or it shouldn't just be about one dominant race that isn't native to this country, making history what they want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, America is a simulation, it's a melting pot, but far as throughout history, bro, like, I'm sorry, nobody has contributed more than us. Like, yeah, people have done things or whatever, but you can't just jump over us. And I think that's really what people get tired of. Like, we always get jumped over. Like, I ain't trying to be too political, but like, I say right now.
Nah, go ahead and get political. This is our show.
I say right now, like, honestly speaking,
Politics
like, bro,
repeat.
it's better to be a part of like the LGBTQ whatever community than to be just an average Black guy walking around. But the moment I express my opinion, or I say, oh, I believe in this, and that's not what I believe in, even though I let you do what you do, like, y'all work in the school system. If y'all say one wrong thing about that community, y'all can be fired or be, you know, y'all would be chastised.
Sensitive topic.
But if anybody say anything about us as regular people on the other side or whatever the case is, not trying to be inclusive or exclude nobody, like, there's nobody to speak up for us. Like, who speaks up for us? The average person. Who speaks up for us in general, just in our community? Like, as soon as you start speaking up for us, look what happens. They try to make it seem like you're crazy. They try to make it seem like, oh, you're racist. They try to make it seem like all these things don't exist anymore. But at the end of the day, if you ask anybody would they want to switch places with us, they will tell you no. Straight up. Ask anybody. I don't care if they're your closest friend. I don't care if they're white. I don't care if they're Asian. I don't care if they're Hispanic. Ask them, do they want to switch places with us for one day? Not be a part of our culture. It's easy to jump on our culture and jump back out. Look at Katy Perry. Look at all these artists that comes and jumps in the rap game and get themselves back popping and then dip back out. We don't have the ability to do that, bro. Like, it's hard enough being us anyway, like, as far as walking around, like, just as a Black male in general, you got to walk around and masquerade all day. I can't be too loud. I can't be too boastful. I can't be too aggressive. You know, I'm always dumbing down my light to make others feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, I know who can speak up and stand up for us. My man, Barbershop P.
Yeah.
Because it's mandatory.
The voice of the people.
We appreciate your insight, sir.
And before we end this topic, and I'm dead serious about this, I'm putting it out there now.
Oh, we know you've been serious the whole time, bro. You've been up here preaching behind your pulpit.
If things don't change, bro, in Gastonia, I got so many friends, bro. Like, there's resources here, but they're not doing nothing with those resources. They're building useless stuff. There's nothing for the youth to do. There's no programs. There's nothing here. People wonder why we get involved with drugs, gangs, all of that stuff.
So what can they do here in Gastonia?
Bro, I want to run for mayor if things don't change.
Let's go.
I'm dead serious. I want to run for mayor of Gastonia if things don't change, bro, because I really want to get on the other side and see what's going on. Why are there no resources? Why are there no programs? Why are these nothing for these kids to do? Like, and you want them to thrive. Like, where's the money at? You got housing developments in Gastonia.
I know you want to jump
Politics
deeper. Listen, we ain't ending it yet though. I know you want to jump like more into what you're saying.
Yeah.
But did we just have breaking news?
That's breaking news.
Bro,
Did we just have breaking news?
Hey.
Politics with P
Hey.
was what we were thinking.
Yeah.
But he done said Barbershop P wants to run for mayor of Gastonia.
Let's go.
Let's go, bro.
Hey, he got my vote.
Bro.
I ain't a resident, so I don't got to vote. But if I did, he got my vote.
I'll move here and vote.
I'm from here, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I was born in Catawba County, like, but I was raised here, bro. Like, and I see my friends, bro. Like, I got so many friends, like, I ain't trying to talk about, bro. They look bad, like teeth missing, you know what I'm saying, on hard drugs and stuff. And then I'm like, bro, why? But it's nothing for you to do here. There's nothing for you to do here but be on drugs or, you know, get messed up all day or, you know what I'm saying, like cope with your trauma from childhood, because most people around here that I knew grew up in single parent homes, or, you know, dad wasn't around, or mom was out there working all the time or on drugs herself, like, and it's just trauma, bro. It's the city of trauma. And it's like so many homeless people here now, bro. Like, it's like tent city around here. I've never seen Gastonia in this shape. Like, literally, you can go on this back street right here, bro. It's tents all up and down this thing. You know how cold it is right now? And they outside, sleeping outside, bro, with the trees and stuff.
Hey, brother. Hey.
Like, I want to make a change, bro.
LG.
It's time for a change, P.
It's time for a change.
We appreciate
Why
your
not?
insight.
Why not? Why not Barbershop P for mayor?
I'm dead serious, bro.
Hey, listen, though.
I don't care if they try to run a smear campaign. I don't care what they do, bro, because I really try to make a change. I will die trying to make a change for the city, bro.
That's dope.
We need you, though, so protect.
And I'm dead
protect,
serious.
Protect
That's
Barbershop P at all costs.
That's dope.
We need them. We need
Man,
them.
we appreciate that.
Listen, though. Hey, bro, you got a tough job, man. Because I don't know how you transition to the next topic off of that right there. But good luck.
I do got a tough job. Working with kids can be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was that the start of the transition?
Coaching can be tough too. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I got to. You said I got to tough job.
Yeah, you ain't doing too
Working-
good on that
working
transition
with-
yet.
working with
this
you.
Ain't, this ain't working,
Working
out too
with
well.
you.
This ain't working out
Working
too well
with you
right
is a
now.
tough job.
Before we jump off that topic, how is it working in the school system?
See, Pete putting in topics that are not even on the agenda, but we can
I'm
go
just
there.
saying,
though.
just like in general, how is it now working with these
Man.
kids, bro? Like, what do you see? Like, what do you?
I see everything you said.
Do you know that? Do you tell it between the happy kids,
Yep.
the kids that's at home,
I see everything you
the
said.
kids that ain't got the probably
We
they
gotta
eat
do better.
last night? You know what I'm saying?
We gotta do better.
You see, especially our kids.
Parents at home got to do better. School system got to do better. Churches got to do better. The community got to do better.
Yes.
You see it in our youth. When you work with kids, you go, oh, we just got to do better as a whole.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Well, the thing that caught my ear
What sparks
about what you just said is the community got to do better, churches got to do better. Mm-hmm. It seems like the church is not what it used to be in the community.
It's not, bro.
Back from, now compared to back in the day when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And I don't know where things got lost. I don't know what was.
I will say this.
I don't know what time
Growing up as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like church was mandatory. Now it seems optional.
Oh, it's definitely optional. I remember I remember a kid telling me he told me this in church, and he was about, or it was a she actually. She was about 14, and she said, I come to church if I want to. If I don't, I don't. Like my parents give me the option. Like her parents came every Sunday.
We showed
Not
them
only
the
that,
option.
not only that, but how do I say this without saying too much about who the person is? Let's just put it like this. The parent was one of the parents was a high-ranking official in the church. Not the pastor, but a high-ranking official in the church. And she said it's optional. She said if I want to come, I come. If I don't, I don't. And I don't think she was just saying that just to say it.
Nah.
Like she was not consistently there, even though her parents were.
These parents.
So
in general.
like you said, it seems like it's optional now, whereas us it was mandatory. And it had a lot to do with our upbringing, our Christian faith, our values, but also instilling, different disciplines within us, that came from the word and also came from the activities that church provided, like in the walls of the church and in the community.
Yeah. As someone that works in the school with kids, coach kids, minister to kids, it's heartbreaking.
I see it all the time.
We got
bro.
we got to do better.
Even when they come in the barbershop, I'm like,
Now, when you say-
I have to tell so many kids, like, these kids come in, they don't know how to communicate. They always got their head down. They can't look you in your eye.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know how to talk to you without, it's like, and I have to speak life into them, like, man,
Yeah.
lift your head up. Like, look me in my eye. You ain't got to be nervous. You ain't got to be shy. And I just see the difference in
They're
the
way more
upbringing.
stressed
And
younger
it's
nowadays. It's
But
just-
when you say
But
we
y'all
got to do
stressed
better,
for what, though?
when you say we got to do better, what do you mean by that?
because we're working with students
I mean, I know why
Right.
we got to do better, but what do we have to do better at?
at pouring into them, like people saying,
Okay,
Being
like
there-
as a community.
as a community, showing up, playing your role, doing your part.
Right.
But you can't play the role for somebody else. Like I can't play the role for somebody else's father or somebody else's.
No,
You know.
at whatever you can do.
But how do I fill that gap though?
You can get involved in youth programs, coaching. Communication's key.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you saying it's not enough of us in those roles in the community?
Exactly.
It's not enough of us in those roles, just like it's not enough of us enough in the
You know what's crazy
household.
though? You know what's crazy though? I can go to because I got a daughter that that's 8 years old, and she was playing basketball, but now the past 2 years she's been cheerleading, and
What's up,
consistently throughout the 3 years she played basketball. Now the 2 years she's done cheerleading. She did both of those in the black community at black recreation centers, one in Winston, one in Greensboro, and what I can say is consistently. There are more parents that show up for those basketball games on Saturday mornings than what I be seeing at open houses,
Oh, yeah.
at parent-teacher conferences.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, especially dads.
Listen, bro, I can tell you
Especially
right now,
dads.
and I ain't even trying to.
A dad,
I love my
like,
mama.
listen, a
My mama
dad.
did not go to PTO meetings.
But it's more moms than dads, and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna say that as a black man, that's a dad of both a daughter and a son.
Parents in general, but you're right though.
Yeah, us black men will show up for our son basketball games, but parent-teacher conferences.
I know, man.
Parent-teacher conferences and open houses.
Ain't even involved with their kids and to show up to their game and don't even fool with the kid.
Be like, oh, you got a daddy?
Yeah, like
No, that's happened to me for real.
Like, really?
Yeah. Like, oh, I didn't know.
yeah.
Because you don't never see him.
Why we like that though? And I
We
say
gotta do
we,
better.
like, even though I'm not like that
We gotta
personally,
do better.
We gotta
but
do
we.
better.
I say all the time, now that I'm a father, bro, and bro, black dads have to do better. There's some great black dads, bro, but there's far too many that's absent, bro.
We keep
Far too many, bro. Like,
And we
far
trying
too
to push
many.
that dream.
the lack of accountability.
We trying to push
and
that
trust.
dream. We trying to push that dream on them kids too, man. Whether it's because we weren't successful as we wanted to be in athletics, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like I see too many trying to push that dream on them kids.
yeah.
And it gets out of hand, like, because they fall short in the academics. They fall short in teaching them how to be men.
Yeah.
They fall short in raising them to be respectful and look you in your eye when they talk to you and this, that, and the third. Like,
That's
stand
good.
up on 2 feet.
That's good.
You know, as a man with values, as a man of faith, as a man with morals and principles.
Yes, sir.
So, like, but we'll show up, though. Let our son score 20 points, you know,
You'll brag
on a
about
Saturday
him all
morning.
day.
Yeah.
I'd rather brag
Everybody
on
will
my
know
kids for
about
having
it.
good grades than being good at a sport. I tell my kids all the time, and I'm not raising no dummies, and I be meaning that with my whole heart. Like, I don't care. I don't care about that phone. I don't care about going outside. If y'all grades and stuff not right, nah, we not doing that.
Now,
So you should be like, if y'all say something that's dumb, just be like, I'm just playing, Daddy. I'm just playing.
Now, as not to perpetuate the stereotype, though, in the school system, as somebody that has worked for 3 or 4 different schools, including all black schools, predominantly black schools and predominantly white schools, I see it on the other side, too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I see it on the other side, too.
But it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
more affluent with us, bro.
Yeah.
And
It's
like
just
it's
a
way
different.
more
It's just a
affluent with us,
different.
bro.
outlook.
it's put out there more with us, too.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's put out there on Front Street
Of
more with
course.
us. But I see
Oh,
the
yeah.
dads of the white kids,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah. And
who
Hispanic
don't show
kids.
up, and Hispanic kids, who don't show up for this, that, and the third, but they right there front row want to tell the coach how to coach their kid.
It's sad, man.
You know, it's on both sides,
I
too.
work in a
So
barbershop,
I don't
bro.
want to just perpetuate the stereotype
Nah,
too
it's-
far in the black direction.
Nah.
Because it definitely happens on the
you
other
right.
side,
You're
too.
right about that.
I mean, I sit in here, like, bro, I see so many women bringing their kids to the barbershop, and I just be wondering, like, where's the dad, you know? And sometimes
Barbershop
it
used to
just-
be a place for us to be able to, you know what I mean?
Like, the men would bring their kids up here, like,
And you
"Son,
learn stuff.
This is what you do. This is
You
how
laugh,
you
joke, and debate.
Yes, sir.
But you also learn
But that's what I
stuff.
think is one of
Yeah.
the issues of why
But that goes back to the community thing with church, our barbershop.
We don't
is
have a
really
safe
pillar
place no
of the
more.
community, bro.
There's
like,
no more-
barbershops, churches, maybe even a little mom and pop store. Like, I know when I was a kid growing up, we had a mom and pop stores and all of that where we actually knew the people. You could go in there, get stuff on credit, all of that, get paid. You go in there, like, they
But I
square
think
you
that's
away.
why some
They
dads
don't
struggle
have that
because
stuff
there's no
more.
safe place no more. You think you're going to get judged, so you want to keep your secrets in. You don't want nobody to know what's going on with you. You don't want nobody holding you accountable. Then you try to bottle it in. Now you're dealing with trauma and depression and stress. And we just got to provide those safe places where we can just talk
Yeah.
to each other
It's mandatory.
like this.
Exactly.
It's
That's
mandatory.
what we
Come
doing this
through.
for.
Come through.
If you like what you saw, like, subscribe, comment, and share to your social media accounts.